Welcome back, guys. There's a new way on the CU campus to cure those pesky hunger pains, and it's becoming very popular among students.
But with the new dining options come some very serious problems. University of Colorado Boulder's Kristen McTaggart shows us one possible solution.
With little time to sit down for a meal, the University of Colorado's grab-and-go dining facilities are becoming increasingly popular to students. However, the food packaging used at these facilities created enough waste to reverse declining landfill rates, which is why CU Dining paired up with Professor Barlow's environmental science class. According to Professor Barlow, there are short-term and long-term goals for the food packaging.
And the short-term goals had a lot to do with, well, what could be actually changed by the fall of 2007. And the long-term goals had more to do with, well, what direction do we want to be going in to make the entire system more sustainable.
Some of the ideas the class came up with were replacing the cardboard boxes with recyclable ones, using bulk condiments instead of individual, and using separate utensils and napkins. This is one of the containers now used at the CU grab-and-go dining facilities. Even though the top is made of non-recyclable plastic, the bottom is made of aluminum, which can be recycled. Now that the university uses the sustainable packaging, Professor Barlow's class faces a new hurdle.
How do we reach students more, and how do we make recycling even more convenient, and how do we make it part of the culture of the university, that when you come to CU, recycling is part of what you do.
Even though Professor Barlow's class still has problems to overcome, the new packaging is a start towards a sustainable future and is less expensive.
With all the advancements in technology, speedy communication has never been easier. Bryce Bell, off of Rutgers University, tells us how journalists are keeping stride.
In 1972, Washington Post reporters Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward helped change the face of journalism by exposing the Watergate scandal. Now, 35 years later, the course of journalism is transforming again in the wake of modern-day technology. New forms of media can be found through blogging, live video streams, and online newspapers, creating an interactive relationship with its audience. Rutgers professor John Pavlik believes the new forms of media generate more accessibility and participation among today's society.
With these new media, you go to them, and you can upload your own content, your own stories, your own videos. You can post your own material, put your own comments, and I think people really like being active in their media.
At his recent visit to Rutgers University, Bob Woodward spoke of these innovations.
I think the blogs are good. I think the internet is great. I think that people know what they're getting and seeing.
Student blogger Dominic Colloquia shares a similar view of new media.
Blogs get a bad rep, but there's a certain amount of good information that's out there.
The fast-paced style of digital media can sometimes lack the detail and accuracy found in traditional print.
While print may be declining, I don't think it's ready to die. I think newspapers are going to continue to exist, although I think they're going to have to morph into something that is a combination of print, maybe for depth, and the internet for speed.
As we embark towards this age of new technology, it seems that journalism will have to find a happy medium between convenience and substance. From Rutgers University, this is Bryce Belloff for OSTN News.
And now it's time for our OSTN News Campus Countdown.
Here's a quick look at some of the big headlines hitting campuses around the world.
A woman accused of stealing the identity of a missing girl in order to gain admission to some of the top U.S. universities is now facing some serious fraud charges. 29-year-old Esther Reed was arrested Saturday by police in a Chicago suburb. She pleaded not guilty on Monday to identity theft and wire fraud charges, according to federal law enforcement officials. Reed is suspected of stealing the identity of Brooke Henson, who went missing from Travelers Rest, South Carolina 8 years ago. Reed used the missing woman's identity to apply for a passport, credit cards, and more than $100,000 in student loans to attend Harvard and Columbia universities. Investigators say a Columbia University graduate student alerted authorities that a woman claiming to be Henson applied to work for her house as a housekeeper in 2006. A little internet research showed Henson as a missing person, and the grad student told the police. Reed is not a suspect in Henson's disappearance, but investigators plan to interview her to see if she had any connection to the case. Reed is set to face trial in South Carolina.
A University of Georgia pharmacy professor faces allegations of hitting one of his pupils. Graduate student Philip Almeter claims the assistant professor, Sean Holloway, assaulted him at an off-campus homecoming party in November 2007. University officials say the investigation is taking longer than expected because Holloway is contesting the charges and is not cooperating. However, steps to remove Holloway from the student contact have been taken.
Super Bowl parties are a haven for decadent treats and dips galore, but a new study by Clemson University in South Carolina might put a damper on your dipping desires. Professor Paul Dawson and his undergraduate students examined dippers in action with wheat crackers and several sample dips. The researcher found 3 to 6 double dips transferred to about 10,000 bacteria from an eater's mouth to the remaining dip sample. Dawson said in an interview that he was very surprised by the results and that taking part of party dip is much like kissing everyone in the room. The study didn't get into the risk behind such bacteria transfer. The study is set to be published within the next 6 months in the journal Food Safety.
An all-female team from the University of Michigan is quite the man-savvy bunch. The ladies won first prize this week for their marketing plan aiming to rid male bods of unwanted hair. It was part of a national marketing contest sponsored by Procter & Gamble. Students were asked to develop a marketing plan targeting college males for the Braun Pulsonic Shaver, or the new male body groomer, which is a trimmer for backs, underarms, and other below-the-neck hair. U of M's campaign entitled Manscaping America, One College Campus at a Time. It earned over $40,000 in the competition. The winning team's campaign included online contests, promotions, and Manscaping Campus Comedy Tour. The finalists were chosen from nearly 300 entries. We've got your arts and entertainment news coming up after the break,
including your Hollywood Minute. Don't go away.
It's time for your arts and entertainment news.
OSTN reporter Sarah Dominack is standing by at Cleveland's own AJ Rocco's with the latest. Sarah?
Thank you, guys. Even with an end to the writer's strike looming in the coming days, Tinseltown has been out in full force with new movies and awards. USC's Danya Burkhoff starts off this week's Hollywood Minute at the red carpet premiere of Step Up 2.
Hey everyone, I'm here at the Step Up 2 premiere where I'm dancing my way through the red carpet talking to all the stars.
Shorty is a killer, but I really want him, and I gotta have him tonight. Straight heartbreaker, but it really don't matter, cause I really want him tonight.
Well, to be honest with you, this will, in my eyes, and I've seen it, this will be one of the best dance films anyone will have seen. I mean, we really went the extra mile with this one. We got the best of the best dancers from anywhere. We got the best choreographers in the industry, and I really fought hard to make sure we had these guys locked in. So you're going to see something you've never seen. I mean, it's that good.
Tell me a little bit about, working on this movie. It seemed like so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of, it was really hard, though, try to cross over to the, acting thing. But, I pulled it off pretty well, I think. Let's see, because I didn't see it yet, and everybody's telling me about it. I'm like,